everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited because I'm finally sitting down and filming a video. It has been so long since I've sat down and filmed a video, like nearly a month. Yeah, like 3 weeks. So yeah, first of all, before I get into the video, I just want to say, mind if my eyebrows look too dramatic for my face. So you know when you get your eyebrows like freshly waxed or threaded, whatever you do, and then you just can't wait to fill them in because it is like amazing when you first fill them in when they're like fresh. Yeah, so I got mine waxed yesterday, and so today I just had to fill them in, and I've come up with like a new combination of eyebrow products that I tried today, and I freaking love it. Like, what do you guys think? Are you loving the brows? Because I am loving the brows. And yeah, I just wasn't in the mood to do the whole face makeup and the eyes and stuff, so I just chucked on mascara and a bold lip. This is Jeffree Star Androgyny? Either or either, you know the one I'm talking about. So yeah, we've got bold, and then nothing else. Just ignore that. Let's roll with it. Oh, and yeah, don't even ask me about the hair because it just didn't want to work for me this morning, so I just chucked it up in a bun and said, you can stay back there. Anyway, so as the title suggests, and as you would already know, this video is how to get rid of your acne for free. And this might be like, how do you get rid of something for free? But these, like, I'm just going to share with you how pretty much I cleared up my skin, and I didn't pay like $1 for anything. Like, I did have to go out and buy a few different things to sort of swap over with the old ways that I was doing stuff, but like pretty much all this stuff is just things that you need to change, like in the way you do things, and I don't know, you'll see what I'm talking about. But yeah, I've had a ton of requests for a skincare routine, and I will do that soon. I just need to be like 100% sure that this is like my ride or die skincare routine, because yeah, like at the moment there are like 3 or 4 things that are like my core products, but with a few things I'm still kind of a bit iffy about them. So yeah, stay tuned for that anyway. But yeah, I thought I would start off with how I cleared up my acne, because you guys probably wouldn't have seen like my skin really bad, because my skin kind of got better when I started making YouTube videos, and pretty much my skin started getting really bad when I was about, like, I never had not one pimple, and then it started getting like sort of, it started when I was about 14, and then it just started getting like worse and worse and worse. And like when I was 15, 16, it was horrible. When I was 17, it was still sort of like it had good times and bad times. And then pretty much last year, it just went away, and now my skin is like the clearest it's ever been. Like, of course I get, you know, a few hormonal breakouts. Like, I've got a few little pimples around here because it's that time of the month, but every girl gets that. Every guy gets hormonal pimples. We all get them. Nothing you can do about it. But for majority of them, I'm just going to share with you the things that have helped me. So yeah, let's get straight onto it. So, sorry if I keep looking down because I'm reading from my laptop because I made some little notes. So pretty much there are 3 main factors to getting acne, well, from what I've experienced anyway. So the first one obviously is an unhealthy lifestyle, as we all know. Bad eating habits, not enough or irregular sleep, not enough exercise or fresh air, and pretty much like everything that's around us, like, you know, like the air that's going into our skin, the water that we're drinking, just everything around us. This is like a physical attack on your body. So if you're eating shit, if you are not giving your skin enough fresh air and enough oxygen to breathe, if you are not getting enough sleep for your body to repair itself, then of course you're gonna have shitty skin. Like, what do you expect? The second one is, of course, stress. So everybody knows, you know, there's them people, like I know myself, whenever I get stressed out, I just break out like crazy. And it's crazy what stress can do to your body. Because yeah, stress is just like a psychological and an emotional attack on your body. So you know, the points that I said before, they're all physical things, and this one's just sort of from the inside, like your mind and everything like that. The stress that you are producing is basically poisoning your body. So, you know, some people may not get pimples, but some people break out in like rashes like on other parts of their bodies, or some people when they're stressed they get really like sore tummies and stuff like that. So everybody gets it differently, but I know that like for myself, and I'm sure a lot of other people as well, they get acne caused by severe stress. And the third one, of course, is hormonal, as I touched base on before. So hormonal pimples, you can control them by going like on the pill and stuff like that. It doesn't work for everybody, you know, sometimes it makes it worse for a lot of people. I did go on, how old was I? I was maybe 17. I went on the pill called Estelle. So I got that prescribed to me, and like that was, okay, let me tell you a story now. So when I was like 16 and it was like at its peak, like it was really, really bad, I like begged my mum to get me an appointment with like a dermatologist, like the best one in our city. So we basically, yeah, booked in, and she had a 9-month waiting list or something crazy like that. And then we ended up being able to get in like the following year. So I think I was like nearly 17 at that time. And anyway, I went to go see this dermatologist, and I was like, yes, finally, like she's going to figure out what's wrong with my skin and she'll give me something for it. I'm so excited. Like I was literally, I wanted to cry because I was that happy that finally, like I can fix my skin, right? I go in there, $200 later, she sits me down for 5 minutes. She looks at my skin and she goes, oh, so does it get worse around your period? I'm like, yeah, sometimes. And she goes, yeah, it's hormonal. She goes, here, go on this pill, get this cream. Literally 5 minutes and I was out of there. And I literally like sat in the car with my mum for about an hour and just bawled my eyes out, because I was like, bitch, you just told me like what I already knew. Like I full thought that this lady was gonna like save my life and give me something that would actually like help my skin, like one of those acne pills or something like that. But no, she just said, go on the pill, use this cream. So anyway, I didn't want to go on the pill because I just wasn't comfortable at that time to go on the pill. So I was like, look, I'll just try this cream. So I went and bought this cream from the chemist that she prescribed to me, which was, it was a rip-off. It was like $100 something for this stupid cream. And I couldn't use it. I just got a huge irritation to it. My skin was just burning because it just had like bleach and stuff in it. Like this harmful crap, why are they even like, I would never recommend, like don't put that stuff on your skin, trust me. Like it is bad, like it just stung and it just made my skin all flaky, and I know that that just irritated the crap out of my skin. And anyway, I went to go see my doctor, and she goes, well, you know, pretty much you can try going on a pill to help with skin. And she said, you know, if it doesn't work for you, you can always get off it. You don't have to stay on it, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, oh, okay, so I'll give it a go. And the pill that she put me on was Estelle. So for the hormonal part, I think Estelle really actually helped. Of course, it got worse at the start, but a few months later, it really started to calm down. So I didn't get those hormonal breakouts. So like around that time of the month and stuff, I wouldn't get extra breakouts. But it didn't fully help clear up all my skin. Like I had a really, really bumpy forehead, and I was starting to get sort of pimples around my cheeks. The ones like, I never really had that many around this area, but like I'd get the occasional one, like the occasional hormonal breakout around here. Have lipstick on my teeth. Anyway, I did have the occasional hormonal breakout, and they stopped when I went on the pill, so I think that really did help. But for the rest of my face, like my forehead and stuff like that, they were obviously caused by something else. So that's when I sort of went on to these steps, and it really helped my skin. So the first pointer I have for you guys if you are struggling with acne is limit the amount of products you use on your face. With skincare for acne prone skin, I think less is better. I think a lot of skin specialists would agree with that as well. I remember I used to use so many products on my face, and all these acne fighting ones and all these ones for oily skin and all these crazy things with crazy ingredients because, you know, they're meant to work, and I used to exfoliate all the time, and it was so harsh on my skin, and I was using so many chemicals and just so much stuff that my skin was just like, you know, my skin was just breaking out even more because there was just so much craziness going on to it and it just didn't know how to deal with it. So honestly, less is better. Now I literally just use 3 skincare products. They're all natural, or the only one that's not like natural is my moisturizer, but everything else I use is like 100% natural. There's no chemicals, no fragrances, nothing like that, and my skin has never been better. Which leads me on to my next point. Try to use natural products or no or minimal chemicals in your products. So yeah, as I sort of said before, like when I was using, you know, chemicals on my skin, it was obviously just, you know, it was not reacting well with my body because they are chemicals, they're not meant to. So, you know, of course your skin is gonna go crazy if you're using shit on it. Number 3 is a really important one. Stick to a routine with your skin. I found that I was always trying all this new stuff and my skin was like, wait, what? So I'm doing this and then I'm doing that and then I'm using that and that and that and that. And your skin just goes, what is going on? So if you stick to a solid routine for a couple of months and use the exact same stuff, your skin is really gonna get used to it and it's just gonna appreciate it, trust me. Just trust me on that one. And another one is don't be afraid to use oils on your face if you are oily. I used to think, because I used to be oily, I used to think, oh, you know, I can't put coconut oil on my face because I'm already oily, I'm just going to be even more oily, or, you know, I can't use that oil on my face. But really, I started using rosehip oil under my moisturizer and my skin has just gone like that out of its oiliness. Don't be afraid to use oils. If you are using oils on your skin, it tricks your skin into thinking that it's already oily enough so it doesn't need any more oils. The mistake that I made was always like scrubbing away the oils and trying to mat it out and trying to make it dry. And then of course, if your skin feels dry, it's just going to produce more oils to hydrate itself. So keep that in mind. Even if you have oily skin, definitely give rosehip oil a go. It's not too heavy and it's not too oily. Like when you put it on your skin, it doesn't look really oily. So yeah, try that. And rosehip oil also is an anti-inflammatory, so it really helps with acne and scarring as well. Another one may be really straightforward and everyone used to always tell me this. I know it's easier said than done and I know it's really tempting, but don't touch your face. Shut up. Keep your emails. I used to touch my face like crazy. Like, I know when, you know, you're really self-conscious and you know you've got pimples there and it's really tempting to just keep touching them and like trying to squeeze them and all that stuff. But it's really important not to touch your face because they will spread. I really noticed that when I do touch my face when I've got like breakouts, then they do spread and I get even more because I'm just touching and all the bacteria is going on my hands and then I'm spreading it everywhere else. So it's really important not to touch your face, and believe me, your skin will love you for it. Another one is try to avoid sugary foods and dairy products. And everyone might think like, yeah, I know, like sugar gives you pimples, blah, blah, blah. But it's not just the sugar on its own, it's the dairy mixed with the sugar. So I know people always complain, oh, I've been eating so much chocolate so I'm breaking out. Then don't eat it. Seriously. I've always been lactose intolerant like my whole life, but I've never been really strict with it because I'm an ice cream lover. Like I love ice cream. I used to always splurge on ice cream and yogurt, and I hate cheese, so I never ate cheese, but you know what I mean. I used to always just splurge on dairy stuff and chocolate and all that stuff. I think that is one of the main reasons why my skin has improved so much, because for the last probably, I think maybe a year and a half, a bit longer, I've been really strict on staying dairy free. And it has really, not only has it helped my stomach, and when I eat it now I get even more sensitive because my body's just like, woo, get it out, and literally my throat swells up and I get a really sore tummy and stuff like that. But also like my breakouts have helped a lot. And you might think like, how does dairy give you pimples? I found this article and it really explains it really well, so I'm just going to read a bit that I copy and pasted. So pretty much, dairy boosts the male sex hormones. So male sex hormones are various forms of testosterone and androgens. So cow's milk, dairy, is really high in these hormones, and this hormone increases insulin levels. You know how like sugars and carbs raise your blood sugar really quickly? The same thing is basically with milk. So those hormones in it raise your insulin levels. So you've got like your sugar and your fatty foods that raise your blood sugar and raise your insulin. So like diabetic people will have to like inject themselves with insulin and stuff like that because they can't break down the sugars. And what the testosterone and the androgens in the milk do is they also like rise the insulin, and when these hormones rise, they actually stimulate your skin, and so that is what creates those pimples. So I don't know if you understood anything that I just said. It kind of confuses me the way that I'm reading it, because it's really scientific. I'm trying to like break it down for you guys to make it simple as possible. But pretty much what the hormones in the dairy do is they stimulate your skin. So it like creates a lot of heat in your skin and it starts to break it up. So I hope that makes sense. And then of course, if you are having like a chocolate bar that's got both sugar and the dairy in it, you've got both of those factors just gone and it gets even worse, of course. Another pointer I have is to take care of your liver. If you go out and party a lot and drink a lot of alcohol and eat a lot of shitty food, then your liver is full of rubbish. Like your liver is a filter in your body, so everything goes through your liver. Like if you could take that out and see all the gunk that's in there, you would be surprised if you are one of those people. And if your liver can't cope because it is that clogged up with all the crap that you're putting into it, then of course it's all going to come out into your skin. And I know a lot of people that drink a lot of alcohol have really bad skin. I wonder why. So yeah, be careful of that one. And if you know that you are that kind of person and you really want to help yourself, then I really suggest doing a liver detox. And I think you would really find that it will help. Another one is try to drink at least 2 liters of water a day. It seems really difficult, but if you just get like one of those big like 1 liter water bottles, all you need to do is just have it with you all the time. If you're at work, like if you work in retail, have it under the register. You know, wherever you're working, just have it near you. So when you're looking at it, you're just gonna keep drinking it. Like I remember at school, if I had a drink bottle on my desk, I would just keep drinking. And if you have one of those 1 liter ones, all you need to do is refill it and you're done. Water is really important because, you know, of course when you're drinking that much water, you are peeing a lot. And that is amazing because you are just flushing everything out of your system. And another really good tip is if you like a vinegar, which I can't stand vinegar water, put a little bit of apple cider vinegar in your water, and that's really going to help alkalize your body. But you can also have lemon water as well, which is why people do like lemon detox and all that crap, because lemon does the same sort of thing. So I prefer lemon over vinegar, so I always like squeeze out a lemon into my water and sip on it. It makes it quite nice as well, especially when it's nice and cold. Don't go too overboard with the lemon because otherwise if you go too much it makes it acidic again, so you only want to have a little bit of it in there. The last thing that I sort of want to address, and I think this is one of the other main things that really helped me, was make a change in the things that are stressing you out in your life. So, you know, for some people it might be like their family, for some people it might be their friends or school or work, I don't know, whatever is stressing you out, try to figure out, like, you don't have to be stressed out, like there is always a way you can change it. And I think it's really hard to say don't stress about it, because if you're like me and you stress about absolutely everything, then it's really hard to just, you know, be told don't stress about it. But just try to make some changes in the things that stress you out. If your job is, you know, absolutely driving you up the wall and you are just stressed out to the max, try to cut something down. Like try to make a change, even if you slowly like cut things down gradually. I don't know, like if your relationship is stressing you out, get rid of it. If your home situation is stressing you out, sit down, talk to your parents, you know, talk to your friends, try to talk to someone who can help you out. And I found a lot that I was sort of stressing about things because I was bored and I had nothing to do, and so I just sort of sat down stressing. I'm like, what am I doing with my life? Like, what is happening? And I'm just sitting there just stressing about everything, like oh, I don't want to be sitting around, like I need to be doing something. Why can't I find anything to do? Why can't I find a new job? Like, I was just always stressing about stuff. But really just find something to focus your energy on, something that you really enjoy. Like for me, it's makeup and YouTube. I just absolutely love it ever since I've started making videos. Like my skin is just crazy good and it's just glowing because I'm so happy, because like everything in my life right now is just like, it's just great, and I'm where I want to be. I'm doing what I want to do. And I've got my little hobby on the side that I put all my spare time into, all my effort. I just put everything into it, and I just really focus on that one thing. And if you have a hobby, whether it's, you know, whether it's taking photos or playing basketball, if you just put all your energy into that and just try to improve on that all the time and just find ways where you can make you happy, then you'll be a lot less stressed. I hope that sort of makes sense. So yeah guys, that is the end of the video. I'm sorry if it's a long one. I don't even know how long I've been sitting here blabbing on for, but I hope some of these tips can help you if you are struggling with acne. I know it's a horrible thing to be going through. Like I've had my fair share of it throughout the years, and I absolutely feel for you if you are going through a really bad skin stage in your life. Just remember, it is not forever. I thought that I would never be able to get rid of it, and it used to make me so depressed, and I didn't want to leave the house. I didn't want to go out. I didn't want to go see my friends. Like I was just so embarrassed, and I would never ever leave my house without at least concealer on, because I was just that self-conscious and embarrassed. And you know, I know that's how you feel, because you just feel disgusting and ugly, and you just like the amount of times I just sat home and I didn't want to go to school, and I would just sit there and cry because my skin was so bad. If you are going through that, I totally feel you. If you need someone to talk to about it, I am right here. I know what it feels like, and I have been there. But really, you know, looking back at those times, I'm like, why did I take it so seriously? Like now when I get a few pimples, I'm like, who friggin' cares? Like everybody has pimples. Everybody goes through acne, even people that don't get pimples. Like Mel, she has the most perfect skin in the world. She has never had acne or anything, and then she, you know, she occasionally gets like a zit or whatever, and I'm just like, cop it, bitch. But seriously, like everybody goes through it. And you know, nobody's gonna look at you down the street and be like, oh, she has pimples. Like I used to just think that everyone was staring at me because of my skin, but nobody gives a shit, to be honest. Nobody cares. You are your worst critic, and you always think everything is worse than what it really is. So chin up guys. If any of these things have helped you, let me know. If you have any more things that have helped you with your skin that I haven't mentioned, do comment them down below so that some other people can read them and maybe get some help. And yeah, I can't talk anymore. So yeah, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. You're all beautiful. I'm sending you a big computer hug. And yeah, I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!